It's Father! It's Father! He's come home! It's Father!
Catherine, you wicked child. Go back to bed. At once, miss.
He promised us presents. And then I want our present.
You shall not open that door. Go back upstairs.
Come in, Father!
Catherine! Joseph, go welcome your master.
Right. Let me in. Now, stand aside. There's a good child. I must get my breath. Oh. I'm nearly killed. I will not have another such journey through the three kingdoms.
Here, come back, Ellen. You come with me. Have shame, Ellen. Master has come home. That's no concern of yours. You keep your place and mind your business.
How is it with you?
Same. No better. No worse. Children, kiss your father. Henry.
Here, gently now. You want to crush what I brought you?
Is it my present?
Aye, it's something to play with.
It's what I asked for. It's my fiddle.
No, it's for me.
Here, gently now, gently. You'll wake him.
Oh!
I carried him all the way from Liverpool. For 2 days. I was never so beaten in all my life.
Mr. Earnshaw.
We must take it as a gift from God. Oh, he's dark almost as he come from the devil.
A gift of God? That? An urchin, a gypsy brat? A fine gift.
There, hold thy peace, wife. I found him starving and houseless, and as good as dumb. Nobody knowing or caring who he belonged to. Would you expect me to leave him in the streets of Liverpool?
Aye, I would. You must be mad to fashion to bring that thing into the house. When we have our own bairns to feed and fend for. I'll throw it out of the
Oh, hold that peace.
I'll hold my peace. It's not enough for you that I'm ailing. But you want to hurry me into the grave. We're caring for an ill-got brat of the streets. I'll be quiet soon enough.
Is it to live here, Father?
Aye, we'll see. Mrs. Dean!
Upon the Lord, be of good courage, and he shall strengthen
Mrs. Dean.
Wait,
We have a new charge for you. And you can see that it needs with washing, eh?
Aye, sir.
Aye, and when it's been scrubbed, it'll need clothes to wear and a place to sleep. For the time being, you can bed it in with the children.
With us? That?
Now, here, son. You go along with Mrs. Dean. She'll know harm you.
Look at you, my lord. What tongue's that?
It's a gypsy talk, the Romany. You'll learn a new tongue soon enough. Now, come along, lad. Don't be afeard. Here, you take him.
The voice of the Lord breaketh the cedars. Yea, the Lord breaketh the cedars of Lebanon.
Well,
He maketh them all.
wise or not wise, it's done.
You'll rue it.
Father, may we have our present?
Oh, Kathy. I brought you the whip you asked for, but somehow on the journey it got lost. I'll buy you another.
Lost? I lost. Through attending on stray heathens.
It's broken.
What, lad?
It's broken.
Oh, then we'll have to mend it.
It can't be mended.
Yeah, there's naught to cry over.
Is that thing's fault? I'll not have it here. I'll not sleep with it. I'll not have it in the same room.
Henry!
You can't make me.
Here, get to my bed. Kathy! Kathy! Kathy!
Yes, Father?
Oh,
I'm going, Father.
For in time of trouble he provided me.
Well, this is a poor welcome. The boy will be no burden to us. To pass the journey, I set my mind to think of a name for him. I thought we might call him Heathcliff.
our son's name?
Now, when he's dead, he has no use for the name, and yon boy needs one. It's settled then. Eh?
Oh! Oh!
following us. Jamie, we don't want you. Now will you go back, do you hear? Jamie, Gypsy! Now will you go back?
Go on, lad.
Good morning, Miss Earnshaw. Mr. Earnshaw. See, I find you bright, if not quite early. Today, may we devote an hour to the theory of Pythagoras?
A moment, Mr. Graham. Henley,
Yes, Father.
Mr. Graham has been waiting nigh on half an hour.
Has he, Father?
This is impertinence.
No, Father.
You'll remember in future that Mr. Graham must attend on other pupils. I warrant he would not perceive as discourtesy in Thrushcross Grange. The Linton children are wanting in neither attention to their studies nor in respect for their elders. Proceed, Mr. Graham.
Today, may we devote an hour to the theory
Wait!
of...
Where's Heathcliff? Well,
I think his horse went lame.
you'll let him walk?
Well, we didn't want to be late for our lesson, did we?
Oh, now, think carefully. You let him walk?
When you bought us a coulter piece, he wanted the handsomest and he took it. If it's gone lame now, that serves him right. It pays him out. One would imagine a gypsy should have better judgment.
Come here. Get out! Get out! Get out!
You always take Heathcliff's part against Hindley. It isn't fair.
Go with your brother. I must talk, Mr. Graham.
Are you well, Mr. Earnshaw?
How would you be good enough to hand me my stick? Thank you. Now, what do you think of your pupils?
They are spirited.
They're wild, like animals. I no longer have the strength to manage them.
Perhaps the loss of their dear mother.
Make no difference. Catherine was always wayward. And as for Henley, ever since Heathcliff come here, his spite and jealousy have been beyond controlling. He lives to do the boy an ill turn. If I say a kind or encouraging word to that miserable waif, Henley flies into such a temper you'd think his birthright had been stolen. He must go from here.
The gypsy boy.
No, I mean Henley.
But Henry...
I will not endure his jealousy. I cannot endure it. Henley is of an age to go to college, I think.
Of an age, yes.
Can you arrange such matters?
If you wish it, Mr. Earnshaw.
They must be separated. Heathcliff is the younger. It would be cruel to send him away and unjust. Oh, Henley, he treats him most shamefully, and he never complains or holds a grudge. Oh. No. He must stay.
You want another beetle?
You must exchange horses with me.
Must I?
Mine's gone lame. If you don't, I'll tell Father the 3 thrashings you've given me this week. And show him my arm, which is black to the shoulder. Best agree. Well, you know, if I speak of these blows, you'll get them again with interest.
Off, dog.
Throw it. I'll tell Father how you boasted you'd throw me out of doors when he was dead. See who's thrown out.
You damn gypsy.
To please your father.
No, you mustn't. Don't tell him.
You asked me?
Hindley, let him take the coat. Please.
You said please to him, not to me.
Hindley.
Take it then, gypsy. And I pray that it may break your neck and stamp out your brains. Take it and be damned for a beggar and an interloper. You'll wheedle my father out of all he has. And then, when everything is yours, you'll show him what you really are. A devil.
Master Hindley,
This is no concern of yours, Ellen.
Mr. Earnshaw says for you to come into the house. You'll be going away, sir. Joseph's packing your valise.
I have a new coat.
do you want me to be glad?
Hindley was a fool to give it to me. I wouldn't have told his father.
No.
He told me not to.
Whoa!
He buildeth his house as a moth, and as the bulls that the keeper maketh. The rich man shall lie down, but he shall not be gathered. He openeth his eyes, and he is not. Let us take hold of him.
Kathy!
Miss Kathy!
What demon of madness is in you? Answer!
I didn't open it.
Let us take hold on him as waters a tempest.
This is the time for prayer. You spend it in disobedience. Why cannot you be like Heathcliff? He is not of my blood, but at least he obeys me.
Yes, he obeys you when it suits him. But he does my bidding and everything, whether or not he cares to. You get a little in return for kindness, and I get whatever I want. And I can be as cruel as I please, yes?
Miss Kathy, for shame, you go too far. Your father is ailing. You should ask his pardon.
Shall I, Emily? Shall I? Yes. I'm sorry, Father.
No.
Truly.
No, Kathy, I cannot love you. Oh, you're worse than your brother. Go, say your prayers. Oh, you'll make me rue the day I ever reared you.
I break the jaws of the wicked and pluck the spoil out of his teeth. And I said I shall die in my nest. I shall multiply my days to sand. My root was spread out by the waters. And dew
Why?
the night on the ground.
Why cannot you always be a good lass, Cathy?
Why cannot you always be a good man, Father?
Silence.
Oh.
That's one that comforteth the mourners. Amen. What? Could you not watch with me 1 hour?
Hold your blasphemous tongue. It's time to rouse the children for bed. Lord preserve us.
What's amiss?
Be quiet. Oh, God. God in heaven.
Master.
Leave him. Miss Cathy. Miss Cathy. It's time for bed. Bring him upstairs and I'll make little din. The father's asleep. Wake the boy, don't stand guarding.
Come.
I must be tonight to Miss Cathy, no.
Master Hindley.
Why's the house left unattended?
The
Well, are you dumb?
funeral.
So it's today, is it? Now, there's a pity. After such a journey, to be late by no more than an hour. Where are the others?
I hurried away. There's food to be made ready.
Hindley, is this my new sister? Is this Cathy?
Cathy? Certainly not. What a goose you are. This is Ellen, whom I spoke of, who works here.
Forgive me. I thought...
I'm not. Today is not for laughing.
New sister.
I have a surprise for you, Ellen. A surprise for everyone. This is my wife, Frances, your new mistress.
Nay, you'll not have her for long. I'd grant him more sense than to bring a wisp of a thing like that to Daisy. Where flower winds will make bits of her.
Go to a burying, come home to a wedding. It's not proper. Sinful.
I'll tell thee this. She's no fortune to bring with her. Otherwise, why were it kept a secret? Why were it kept from master? Nay, she'll bring Mr. Hindley out. Except him maybe a dead bairn.
Be sure that I shall pray for you and for Miss... and for you, Mrs.
Don't run away, Heathcliff. Do you feel sad? Sad? My father, who was so good to you, is now dead. Is that not sad? Hmm? Why don't you answer? Have the gypsies run away with your tongue? Shall you miss him?
Aye, I will.
I believe you. You shall have good cause to miss him. Never mind my sister, I'm talking to you. My father gave you a home, and I shall not go against his wishes. But it's time that you and I, Heathcliff, assumed our separate tasks in life. I as master here, you as servant.
Call me servant.
I do.
I'll not serve you.
Then you must go elsewhere. Walk the roads, find other shelter. If you stay here, you'll earn your bread for a change. No more lessons for you. Your days as a gentleman are over. Now hear me. Tomorrow you can start work in the fields. You'll eat with the servants.
Hindley.
Now's a good time to start. Get to the kitchen. Or you can leave here now and forever. Well, Gypsy?
We said in anger, to shame you. Don't cry. Indy will change his mind. I'll make him.
No, I should go.
Why? Because he wants you to. You shall stay. I order you to stay. You must promise. How hateful he is, but it'll make no difference. We shall see each other just the same, and I can teach you whatever I learned from Mr. Graham. I shall not allow you to go from here. Ever. Ever.
The gypsy's working well.
Kathy!
Catherine
Heathcliff.
Cat! Oh!
I want to go there, where the light is.
That's Thrushcross Grange.
I want to see the Lintons.
See them?
Watch how they spend their evenings. Do you think they have to read sermons as we do? And learn a long column of scripture names? Shall we look in at them and see?
But now, but it...
I'll race you there.
But...
Coward!
Kathy! Sir, she would carry more conviction if you ceased behaving like
I
one.
hate you, you little tough bastard!
You hate me?
Why don't you call me Needy? Let me go! How awful they are. What children! Look at them!
Yes.
What you thinking?
Thinking I wouldn't exchange my life at Wuthering Heights for theirs. Not even I could hang Hindley from the highest gable and paint the house with his blood. Get back.
Oh, no, please. I've had enough. I've had enough. What is it, Ed? I'm frightened.
Stay there.
Don't, Stoker! Don't, I say! Keep fast, Stoker! Keep fast! Keep off! Keep off! How it's a girl! Take the dog away! Take him off! Stop! Oh, damn it! Keep it away! Who is this? Thieves, Father! Oh. Damn you, Kathy! Not so fast! Not so fast! Let me go! Hold your tongue! Foul-mouthed thief!
You shall go to the gallows for this.
Curse you! Let me go!
Beard a magistrate in his stronghold? Where will this insolence end? Yes. Yesterday was my rent day. You thought to have me cleverly. Get in there. Take him inside. I'll furnish you a reception.
Keep away from me!
Papa, this girl is hurt badly.
Girl? Here you go. You inside. What's that scoundrel? Help me with her. Yes. I have her.
Kathy? Kathy! It's Miss Earnshaw. I've seen her at church.
Miss Earnshaw? Scouring the country with a gypsy? Rubbish.
It's her, Father. See, she wears mourning.
She bleeding with that guy.
There you go. Go and tell Mr. Sheeples to bring some water and some bandages. You, boy, get you home. You tell Mr. Earnshaw what has happened, and I shall call upon him tomorrow.
I'm not going out, Kathy.
No insolence!
She must come with me.
What? On foot? Thanks to you and her brother, she'll be lucky if she's not lame for life. Now go. Go, I say!
Miss Kathy's coming with Mr. Earnshaw. I saw the shade. Heathcliff, remember what Mr. Earnshaw said? You're to stay here in the kitchen. Look, don't be foolish. Do you have to be flogged again? You'll see Miss Kathy soon enough.
He that exalteth himself shall be humbled.
Now stay here. Be good. Hello, Ellen. Hello, Kathy. Have I changed, Ellen?
Quite a beauty, wouldn't you say, Ellen? When we arrived at the Lintons, I hardly recognized her.
Well, you may thank me for that. Who was it sent her such lovely clothes?
Clothes do not transform a girl into a lady. No. I prefer to believe that what Kathy's become, she owes to 5 weeks in civilized company.
Heathcliff!
Yes, you may come forward and welcome Miss Kathy. Well, shake hands, Heathcliff. Once in a while, that's permitted.
How very black and cross you look. How funny and grim. But that's because I'm used to Edgar and Isabella Linton. Well, Heathcliff, have you forgotten me?
Shall not stand to be laughed at. I won't bear it.
Why, you're so sulky. I could not help myself from laughing. It's only that you looked so odd. If you brush your hair and wash your face, it would be all right, but you're so dirty.
You needn't touch me. Should be as dirty as I please. Like to be dirty. I won't be dirty.
It's learning its place at long last.
Mr. Henshaw says that the Lintons are to come here on Christmas Day.
Are they? What?
That was a fine welcome you gave Miss Catherine. Have to make her sorry she's come home.
She's not on my account.
On whose then?
Oh, she'd rather stay with the Lintons.
Do you think so? Oh, come to the table, Heathcliff.
Don't want to.
No. You'd sooner go to bed with a proud heart and an empty stomach. Listen to me. If you want Miss Cathy to admire you, then at Christmas I'll steal time to arrange you so that Edgar Linton shall look quite a fop beside you.
How? By magic? Take magic.
Not so much as you think. To begin with, you've got twice the spirit of Edgar Linton. Well, you're younger and you're not so tall, but you're stronger. You could knock him down in a twinkling.
I knocked him down 20 times. It wouldn't make him less handsome and me more so. Oh, I wish I had fair hair and light skin and dressed and behaved as well. And had a chance of becoming as rich as he should be.
And cried for his papa out every ten and trembled if a country lad heaved his fist against him. A good heart will help you to a bonny face, my lad. And with washing and combing, you might be fit for a prince in disguise.
Oh, Nellie.
Who knows? But your father was Emperor of China, able to buy up with 1 week's income Wuthering Heights and Thrushcross Grange together. Were I in your place, I'd frame high notions of me birth. And the thoughts of what I was should give me courage and dignity to support the oppressions of a little farmer. Well?
Well, you helped me, Nellie.
To be good.
Aye.
And what else?
Well, to be...
To be handsome. Be still. I'd as soon try to comb a sheep. There. Now take a look in that glass and tell me whether you don't think yourself handsome. I tell you I do. Mark those 2 lines between your eyes. And those brows that instead of rising arched, sink in the middle. Smile and be rid of them. Well, can't you smile? I suppose that'll have to do. Go now and show yourself to the master and Miss Cathy.
Please be comfortable. I'll get Ellen to bring us some punch.
Thank you.
Ellen! Ellen! Damn you out of my way. What's this then? Attempting the coxcomb, are we? Joseph!
Yes, master.
Joseph, lock this fellow in the garret and make sure he stays there until dinner's over. He'll be cramming his fingers into the tarts and stealing the fruit if left alone with him.
No, sir, he'll touch nothing. But I think he must have his share of the dainties as well as we.
He'll have his share of my hand if I catch him downstairs again before dark. Or perhaps I may pull these elegant locks of his a bit longer.
They're long enough already. They look like a colt's mane hanging over his eyes.
Well put, Mr. Linton, well put.
Oh!
That's well put, too!
Heathcliff!
You gypsy cur, I'll flog you raw for this. Out! Out! I'll give you a thrashing, you'll remember the rest of your life! Out! Out!
Pemberton Band is here. Held with music. I cried all through dinner. Look, I took this from the kitchen. Eat it.
Trying to settle ways of pain and live back. I don't care how long it takes, as long as I can do it at last. Well, I hope he will not die before I do.
The curate says that it's for God to punish wicked people.
Oh, God shall not have the satisfaction I shall have. Only wish I knew best way. But I've planned it out. And while I'm thinking of that, I don't feel pain.
Shh, listen to the music. Helen feels it's an hour past dinner time.
Henry's in town today, so I won't work anymore. I'll spend it with you.
But...
You going somewhere?
No.
Why got that silk dress on? Somebody coming here?
Not that I know of. If you don't work, Joseph will tell Hindley you better go.
Joseph's loading lime onto the side of Peddiston Crag. Won't be back till after dark.
Isabella and Edgar Linton talked to calling this afternoon. If they come, you run the risk of being scolded for no good.
Tell Nellie you're engaged. Don't turn me out for those silly, pitiful friends of yours.
If they are my friends, it's not for you to call them names.
In the almanac in the kitchen, I've marked up with crosses all the evenings you spent with Lintons and with dots those you spent with me. It shows I take notice.
And where is the sense in that?
Shows I take notice.
And should I always be sitting with you? What do you talk about? What good do you do me? You might be dumb or a baby for anything you say to amuse me.
You never said before I talked to you dislike my company.
It's no company at all when people know nothing and say nothing.
Have I come too soon?
Not at all. What are you doing there, Ellen?
My work, miss.
Do it elsewhere. When company calls, servants don't stay and work in their presence.
I'm sure Mr. Linton will excuse me.
I will not.
I'm sorry for that, Miss Catherine. Mr. Earnshaw said I was to stay and make a third party whenever Mr. Linton was here. Oh! You've no right to do that, miss. It's an old trick of yours and I'll not bear it.
Bear what?
You pinched me.
I didn't touch you, lying creature.
What's that, then? Your poor father was right. You are wicked.
Oh, how dare you call me wicked?
Catherine, no, darling, no.
That's right, Mr. Edgar. Take warning and be gone. It's a kindness to let you see your true disposition.
Where are you going? You shall not go.
I must and shall.
No, Edgar Linton, you shall not leave me in this temper. I shall be miserable all night, and I won't be miserable for you.
Can I stay after you have struck me? No, you've made me afraid and ashamed of you. I shall not come again.
Go then. Get away. And now I'll cry. I'll cry myself sick.
He's dreadfully wayward, sir. As bad as any marred child. You'd best be riding home, or else you'll be sick only to grieve us.
Should I come again?
Not for me to say, sir. You may as well stop now, Miss Cathy. Mr. Edgar's out of hearing.
How cruel you are. To tell Hindley.
Aye. Aye, cruel. And what shall you tell him, miss, that I obeyed his orders?
No right to stay here.
The master
You
said...
spoiled everything. Do you know why Edgar came here today? My answer.
For your...
He's asked me to marry him.
Edgar Linton?
Is that so strange to imagine? I told him I'd think about it, that he should return here this afternoon. And you spoiled it. You'll never come here again.
I should say that Edgar Linton has as much power to stay away as a cat possesses the power to leave a mouse half killed or a bird half eaten.
Do you think so, Nellie?
I know so. You want him to come back so as to refuse him? For shame, Miss Cathy.
To refuse him to say yes?
You would marry Edgar Linton?
I mean to.
Without love?
No.
You're saying you love Mr. Edgar?
Of course I do.
Why?
Why? Because I do. That's sufficient.
No. No, Miss Cathy, it is not. Why do you love him?
For many reasons. Because he's handsome and pleasant to be with.
Bad?
And because he's young and cheerful.
Bad still.
And he will be rich. And I shall like to be the greatest woman of the neighborhood. And I shall be proud of having such a husband.
Worst of all. And now say how you love him.
Yes, everyone.
And how's that?
I love the ground under his feet, the air over his head, and everything he touches, and every word he says. There, you answered.
And what of Heathcliff?
I will tell you. Do you ever have strange dreams?
Sometimes.
Once I dreamed that I died and was in heaven, but heaven didn't seem to be my home. And I broke my heart with weeping to come back to earth. And the angels were so angry that they flung me out onto the heath on top of Wuthering Heights, where I woke sobbing for joy. I've no more business to marry Edgar Linton than I have to be in heaven. Then, if my cruel brother had not brought Heathcliff so low, then my answer to Edgar would be different. But it would degrade me to marry Heathcliff now or ever. If Heathcliff and I were married, we should be beggars. But if I marry Linton, then I can aid Heathcliff to rise and place him out of my brother's power.
So that's the true reason. And it's the worst of all.
The best! Whatever our souls are made of, Heathcliff's and mine are the same, and Linton's is as different as a moonbeam from lightning or frost from fire.
Then how can you bear to be separated from him, to leave him deserted in the world?
Who is to separate us? To say that I will desert him? No, every Linton on the face of the earth might perish before I forsake Heathcliff. When I marry Edgar, he'll be as much to me as he's been all his lifetime. Nellie, I am Heathcliff. He's always in my mind, not as a pleasure, but as my own being. He is me.
Back. He's gone, Miss Cuthby. He's left us. He must come back. Mrs. Earnshaw's been taken poorly. It's her time. The doctor's with her. Come. Be good now.
Mrs. Dean. Doctor?
You have a son.
Thank you. My son, is he?
You no call to worry. He's as sound as a sovereign.
And Francis, Doctor?
Earnshaw, consider yourself lucky. It's a blessing your wife was spared to leave you this son. When she came, I was convinced that we weren't to keep her long. And now I must tell you that the winter most likely will finish her.
I don't believe you.
Oh, well, shoot this end. You'll know soon enough if I'm in the right of it. When it does happen, don't tack on and fret about it. It can't be helped. Used to have had more sense than to choose such a rush of a lass. Oh, well, as I said, please this end. Good day to you, Mr. Earnshaw.
What have been saying?
Take off your dress and sit by the fire, Miss Cathy. It's best that Mr. Hindley shouldn't see what a state you're in.
Where's she been?
It's no matter.
We aren't looking for him, that's where. Well, he's none here and he's none at Kiverton because I asked. Like as not, he's fallen in a bog up moors.
Oh, maybe you'd like it if he was. Don't alarm yourself, Miss Cathy. Heathcliff will come to no harm. Get out.
It's raining.
You can go in the stable, can't you?
Mrs. is going to die.
What?
Look, Kathy. See what a fine nephew you've got. See what Francis has given us.
It's beautiful.
Aye.
Mrs. Dean says...
What?
The doctor says...
He's an ignorant man. Knows less than this new son of mine. Francis had a fever. It's gone already. Her pulse is as slow as mine now. Her cheek is cool. Are you going up to her? Then tell her I'll come up if she'll promise not to talk. I had to leave because she wouldn't hold her tongue. And she must keep quiet or the fever.
Father, kiss my bride.
Give me that chocolate.
Darling, Kathy. It's all right,
Come, don't think you're sitting here and walking for a half month for the look of your face. You can't be having a stable rolling it until you stop.
Hey, is it my darling, eh? Give your father a kiss, come now. What, he won't? Eh? Come on, Richard, give us a kiss down and kiss me!
Let me go!
Yeah. No. Ella, don't you think this unnatural couple would look handsome at cropped, eh? And with the dog fierce, I like something fierce. Here, give me the scissors. I'll teach him to impose on a good-natured deluded. But give me the scissors!
Quick, from there, it's a long shot.
He shall not. Action! Action!
Master Hindley, these many years ago when Miss Cathy was married, she asked me to go with her to Thrushcross Grange. I said I could not, that I would stay here and look after Ireton. But I can no longer endure seeing him treated like an animal.
Do you threaten me, Ellen?
Aye, sir.
You cannot endure?
When I see a child live in terror of its father.
Then you pine for the more delicate ways and genteel manners of Thrushcross Grange, is that it?
No, sir.
Oh, but you've just said so. And shall I hold you from advancement, eh? Shall I deprive my sister of such a paragon? No, Ellen. Come, let me choose for you.
Mr. Henley, sir, you're hurting me.
Only to be kind, Ellen.
Sir, for the boy's sake.
Oh, we'll manage, Ellen.
No, sir.
Ireton and I will manage.
No, sir, please. Mr. Henley! Mr. Henley! Mr. Henley! Mr. Henley! Mr. Henley!
Provide neither gold, nor silver, nor brass in your purse, nor scrip for your journey, neither two coats, neither shoes, nor yet staves, for the workman is worthy of his meat. Into whatsoever city or town he shall enter.
Joseph!
Aye. What do you want? Who?
Joseph, who the...
Is there room for another player?
Bring in tea, Ellen.
Yes, ma'am. What's your business here? Who are you?
Not a stranger, Ellen. And do you not know me?
You? It's you. Yes, I said you'd come back.
I'll leave her home. Where is she? Is she here? I want to see her. Your mistress. Tell her a person from Gimmerton desires to see her.
You've changed so. All these years, where have you been?
I hate her.
Ellen!
Carry my message.
Ellen! You cried out, hasn't he? Who is this gentleman, Ellen?
Heathcliff!
Edgar! Oh, Edgar, you could never imagine something so wonderful.
What?
Heathcliff has come back.
I'm sure that's the old cause to strangle me, pleasant news as it is.
Come, Heathcliff. I think I shall die of happiness. Bid him welcome, Edgar.
Sit down, sir. Mrs. Linton, no doubt recalling old times, would have me give you a cordial welcome. And of course, I am gratified when anything occurs to give her pleasure.
And I also. Especially if it's something in which I have a part. I'll stay an hour or two willingly.
Tell Isabella that we are having tea.
Yes.
I shall think it a dream tomorrow. I shall not believe what I've seen and touched and spoken to you. And yet you don't deserve this welcome. To be absent and silent for all these years and never to think of me.
A little more than you have thought of me. Oh, you'll not drive me off again. I've had a bitter struggle since I last heard your voice, and you must excuse me. But I struggle only for you.
Catherine, unless we are to have cold tea, please come to the table. Mr. Heathcliff will have a long walk wherever he is to lodge tonight, and I am thirsty.
He must stay here.
I've arranged a place to stay.
In Gimmerton.
Wuthering Heights.
With Hindley. Ellen says we have a visitor.
Mr. Heathcliff, allow me to present my sister, Isabella.
Miss Linton.
Mr. Heathcliff, all those long years. Have you been through soldier?
No.
From your appearance, you might be rich. Are you, Heathcliff? Are you rich?
Not so poor as when I left.
Have I not met Mr. Heathcliff before this evening?
I think you saw me, Miss Linton, on the night. Kathy was attacked by your father's dog, but as far as introductions was concerned, there weren't any.
The gypsy boy? But you've changed.
Your father's not here tonight.
No, he
Papa died more than a year ago. You said you were staying at Wuthering Heights?
Yes.
Then you are our nearest neighbour, Mr. Heathcliff. May I presume we shall be seeing you more often?
Incessantly, Miss Linton.
Kathy, wait for me. Mr. Heathcliff, please.
Lord, thine enemies shall perish. All the workers of iniquity shall be scattered. My Lord shalt thou exalt like the owner of the unicorn. I shall be anointed with fresh oil. Mine eye also shall see my desire on mine enemies, and mine enemies shall hear my desire of the wicked that rise up against me. The righteous shall flourish like the palm tree. He shall grow like a cedar in Lebanon. Who hath been planted in the house of the Lord.
Mr. Heathcliff. Come in, Heathcliff. Sit by us. Come, Isabella.
Ellen tells me your husband is in town at a justice meeting.
Yes, so we have all afternoon. Poor Edgar. I love him. But whenever I give you a few words of commendation, he pretends to have a headache and begins crying with the pain of it. And then I must humor him and be tender. I'm an angel. Oh.
Oh, Miss Linton does not seem to be of your opinion.
Isabella is cross with me. Before you came in, we were quarreling like cats, and guess what about it? Heathcliff! I'm proud to show you at last someone who dotes on you more than myself. My poor little sister-in-law is breaking her heart by mere contemplation of your physical and moral beauty. It lies in your power to be Edgar's brother. No, Isabella, you shall not run off. I shall not be called a dog in a manger again. Heathcliff, why don't you show pleasure? Isabella swears that if I would have but the manners to stand aside, she would send a shaft into your soul that would fix you forever.
Mr. Heathcliff, be so kind as to bid this friend of yours release me. She forgets that you and I are not on intimate terms. And that which amuses her is painful to me beyond expression.
Isabella is out of temper because on yesterday's walk I dispatched her out of your society.
She seems to want to be out of it now, at any rate.
Oh! 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 There's a tigress. Those are talons that would do execution. You must beware of your eyes.
If they menace me, I'll wrench them off her fingers. But why do you tease the creature? Now, you were not speaking the truth, were you?
Isabella has been pining for your sake for weeks. Mind, I'm fond of her. I like her too well to let you devour her.
And I like her too ill to attempt it. Her eyes detestably resemble Linton's.
For shame, they are dove's eyes. Angels.
She is her brother's heir, I think.
Well?
I wondered.
Whatever her claims may be at present, a nephew will erase it. Heathcliff, you are too prone to covet your neighbour's goods. Remember, This neighbour's goods are mine.
If they were mine, they would be nonetheless that. You mentioned a nephew for Isabella.
Or a niece.
Linton's child. How soon?
Harriton? Why, so it is. Harriton, it's Nellie, your nurse. Say hello to me, Harriton.
Frame off, blast you.
Harriton. Oh, I'll not harm you. Here, would you like this? Go on, take it.
Give me that, blast you.
Before I do, you tell me where you learnt those words. Who was it, the curate?
Tell it, curate, and tell you. Give me that.
Tell me where you learned those words, and you shall have it. Who taught you to swear, Harriton? Your daddy?
Nay.
Who then?
Heathcliff.
Harriton!
Catherine?
Well, what is there no welcome for me?
Ellen, go and work elsewhere.
I've plenty to do here, Mrs. Linton.
Do as I tell you, or you'll go packing. I'm the mistress in this house. Get out! I said you must leave Isabella alone. Or perhaps you're tired of being received here and wish Linton to draw the bolts against you.
God forbid that he should. God keep him meek and patient for his own sake.
Don't vex me, Heathcliff. Out there, did she come across you on purpose?
And if she did? I have a right to kiss her. I'm not your husband. You needn't be jealous of me.
I'm not jealous of you. I'm jealous for you.
That's a fine distinction.
If you like Isabella, then marry her. But do you like her? The truth. Do you like her? I will be answered.
So you shall. I want you to be aware that I know you're treating me infernally. And if you think I'll suffer the consequences, I'll convince you to the contrary.
You'll take your revenge.
Not on you. That's not the plan. Or you may torture me to death for your own amusement. Just allow me to do a little in my own style.
With Isabella?
If I thought you really wanted me to marry her, I'd cut my throat.
Oh, the evil is that I'm not jealous, is it? Well, I'll not repeat my offer of a wife. It's as bad as offering Satan a lost soul. I have treated you infernally. But you will not be revenged on me, no. Instead, you are resolved to excite a quarrel with Edgar and to deceive his sister. Just when I begin to be secure and tranquil, and Edgar is, thanks to me, reconciled to your visits here. That's when the devil in you becomes bent on mischief.
Be quiet.
You could choose no better way to revenge yourself on me.
We have a visitor.
Sir, my wife imagines that because she has grown accustomed to your baseness that I can also. But I fear not. After today, I shall deny you admission into this house. Now I ask you to leave instantly or suffer the consequences.
This lamb of yours threatens like a bull, Kathy. It is in danger of splitting its skull against my knuckles. I am mortally sorry, Mr. Linton, but you are not worth knocking down.
Catherine, tell Ellen to fetch me 2 men out of the hall.
No.
Do as I say. Or have you not had enough of this blackguard's company?
If you are too cowardly to attack him without help from the servants, then I hope he may flog you sick. He might correct your feigning more valor than you possess. He comes here to do mischief. Revenge, he calls it. So, will you fight him? Or will you own yourself beaten? There's the key. brave enough to take it. Cheer up. You shan't be hurt. Heathcliff would as soon lift a finger against you as a king would march his army against a colony of mice.
And is this the slavering, shivering thing you allowed to be the father of the child you bear? I compliment you on your taste, Kathy.
Was it weeping? Or was it pink from fear?
Robert! John! No! Quick!
You must go. You must get away.
With that blow burning in my gullet? I'll crash his ribs before I leave here.
You must go. Take the key. Go that way. For pity's sake, go now.
Tomorrow I shall return.
No. No, Heathcliff, you've done with coming here. Now go. You needn't be frightened. He'll not harm you. He's gone. Mrs. Linton, what has happened? Don't speak to me. 1,000 Smith's hammers are beating in my head. Listen, then. You must tell Mr. Linton that he has made me ill. Seriously ill. And I wish it may prove true.
I'll not tell him such wicked lies.
For me, Nellie, you must do it for me. And if I cannot keep Heathcliff for my friend, if Edgar will be mean and jealous, then I will break their hearts by breaking my own, and that will be a prompt way of ending all. Edgar knows my temper. He has never dared provoke me. If he does so now...
You have no cause to leave. I shall not stay. I wish to learn after today's events...
For mercy's sake, let me hear no more of this. Will you leave me?
To be rid of me, then answer my question.
Will you leave me?
Violence does not alarm me. I know that you can be reasonable when it suits you. You will answer my question. Will you give up Heathcliff, or will you give up me?
You dare!
I require to know which you choose.
I choose to be left alone. I demand it. Don't you see that I can hardly stand? Now, will you leave me?
Helen, what's to be done?
There's nothing in the world the matter, sir.
But look, there's blood on her mouth.
Aye, from biting. Leave me with Mrs. Linton. I'll take her to her room. A rest will calm her. Go now, sir. If you were of a mind to frighten him, Mrs. Linton, you succeeded. Mrs. Linton! Miss Cathy! For God's sake, Miss Cathy!
Where are you going, Ellen?
Mrs. Linton has asked for food, sir.
Then she has unbarred her door.
Yes, sir. How long it'll stay unbarred is another matter.
Does she ask for me?
No, Mr. Edgar. If you were to ask my opinion, Mrs. Linton is waiting for you to go to her unbidden. Her pride is as hard as granite.
Is she ill?
She says she is, but I do not think so. Will you go to her?
No. Mrs. Linton has played this game for 3 days, and I am in no mood to give it up merely because it suits her. Isabella?
I'm going for a walk in the garden.
At this hour?
What does the hour matter? I'll sleep more soundly for a few moments in the fresh air. The house is very stifling. Oh, I would die. No one cares about me. I wish I had not taken food.
Do you want anything else, Mum?
What does Edgar do?
Mr. Linton, he stays among his books since he has no other society.
Among his books? And I dying? Is he indifferent for my life, or does he imagine that I play act?
people here. They've all turned to enemies. How dreary to meet death surrounded by their cold faces. Isabella afraid to enter the room. It would be so terrible to watch Catherine die. And Edgar standing so solemnly to see it all over and offering prayers of thanks to God for restoring peace to his house and going back to his books. What in the name of all that feels has he to do with books when I'm dying?
You will not die, Mrs. Linton. You've taken some food and tomorrow you'll see its good effects.
How long is it since I shook myself in here?
It was Monday evening and this is Thursday night.
Of the same week?
Long enough to live on nothing but cold water and ill temper.
Seems a weary number of hours I've lain here wishing I were not Mrs. Linton, the lady of Thrushcross Grange, and the wife of a stranger. I wish I were out of doors. I wish I were a girl again, laughing at injuries, not maddening under them. I wish I were in my own bed in the old house instead of here. I cannot sleep. I sit and watch the two candles up on the table, making the black press shine like jet.
The black press? Where's that?
There. And I see a face in it. It looks at me. Take it away, Ellen, I'm frightened.
Mrs. Linton.
Take it away.
There, it's gone. It was yourself, Mrs. Linton, in the glass.
It's come back. It looks at me. And don't let it harm me, Ellen. Save me. I must have imagined I was back in my room at Wuthering Heights. The black press is in that room. My brain was confused.
Aye, from weakness. Perhaps this will prevent you from trying to starve yourself again.
Oh, I'm burning. I wish I were on the moors once more, then I could be myself. Open the window, Ellen.
With a wind from the northeast. I'll not give you death, Mrs. Linton.
You mean you won't give me a chance of life? Never mind, I can open it for myself. I'm not helpless yet.
Miss Cathy, you mustn't. I beg you have sense.
Look, I can see Wuthering Heights. Look, Ellen, there's my room with a candle in it. The other candle is in Joseph's garret. He's waiting till I come home that he may lock the gate. Well, he'll wait a while yet. It's a rough journey and a sad heart to travel in. And we must pass by Gimmerton Kirk. We braved its ghosts often together and dared each other to stand among the graves and ask them to come. But Heathcliff, if I dare now, will you venture? I'll not lie there by myself. They may bury me 12 feet deep and throw the church down over me. But I won't rush till you are with me. I never will.
Miss Cathy, you must not talk so. Come back to bed.
He's considering. And rather I come to him. Find a way then. Not through the kirkyard. Be content. You always followed me.
Miss Cathy, for pity's sake.
It's true enough, sir. John and me were setting traps up in Gimmerton Woods and we saw him galloping past. It were Miss Isabella and man Heathcliff.
Mr. Edgar, sir! Mr. Edgar! Let me go! He's waiting for me on the Tennyson track! Let me go! Miss Cathy! You must not do this! Mr. Edgar, sir! Mr. Edgar! Oh, sir, help me! My poor mistress is ill and she quite masters me. Tell her she must go to bed.
Catherine ill, but you assured me.
I was deceived, sir. Help me. owing to her willful humours. I thought this time was like all the others.
You will answer to me for this, Ellen.
Poor Edgar. You were one of those things that are ever found when least wanted, and when you were wanted, never. Now I'm past wanting you. Go back to your books. I'm glad you have some consolation. For all you had in me is gone.
Catherine.
Now I suppose we shall have lamentations.
Am I nothing to you anymore? Is it that you love that wretch, Heathcliff?
Be quiet! I will not have you use his name!
I see. Then I am answered.
You are answered.
You need not worry. I shall not mention his name again. Neither his nor that of Isabella.
Miss Isabella?
You had better know that my sister and the man whose name you hold sacred beyond utterance have run off together. Tonight. Not an hour ago.
What's your business here? Who are you?
My name was Isabella Linton, sir. I'm lately married to Mr. Heathcliff. I'm here with your permission. Where may I sleep?
Joseph will show you to Heathcliff's chamber. He's in there. Wait. Tonight, be so good as to turn your lock and draw the bolt. Don't forget it.
For fear of thieves?
For fear of this.
Earnshaw.
Ah, it's a great tempter to a desperate man, is it not? Every night some demon urges me to thwart my own schemes by killing him. I cannot resist going up and trying the door to his room. If once I find it open, he's done for. Not all the angels in heaven shall save him. So lately wed, yet his danger does not shock you.
Why do you hate him?
For reasons which I dare say are as sound as yours. Tell him of this if you like. Warn him. Put him on his guard. Watch out for him. But I think he will not.
Well, Earnshaw, I brought you home a new mistress. No doubt the poor Miss Linton may look the worse for her change of condition, but she will soon get used to our rough ways.
William, Mrs. Heathcliff?
Oh, she's begun already. With each day, she degenerates further into a slut. So she'll suit our house for not being over nice. When I'll take care she does not disgrace me by rambling abroad. I'll go upstairs, see you home. Did you hear what I said? Now this is the way upstairs, child.
I think someone's love falls short in her case.
Love? For that?
I think she detests you.
She's a Linton. Or I had to leave her alone for half a day, she would come sighing and wheeling to me again. Sometimes from pure lack of invention, I've had to give over my experiments as to what she could endure without cringing back to me.
You've as good as murdered one Linton already. I do not think it'll be long before you kill another.
Murdered?
They say in the town that my sister is dying.
Kathy?
Mr. Heathcliff, you mustn't!
Kathy.
Oh, my life!
You and Edgar have broken my heart, Heathcliff. And you've both come to bewail the deed to me as if you were the people to be pitied.
Mr. Heathcliff, you must go. Oh. The service is over and Mr. Linton will be here directly. Will you forget me? Will you say 20 years hence, that is the grave of Catherine Earnshaw? I loved her once long ago and was wretched to lose her, but it is past. Will you say so?
Are you possessed with the devil to talk to me like that when you were dying?
You see, he would not relent one moment to keep me out of the grave.
No.
That's unlove.
No, I will not relent. I have no comfort for you. You deserve this. Why did you betray your own heart, Kathy? You loved me. And how could you leave me for the poor fancy you felt for Linton? Nothing God nor Satan could inflict would have made us part, but you. You of your own will did it.
If I've done wrong, then I'm dying for it. Forgive me.
Oh, no, I did not break your heart, Kathy. You have broken it. Oh, I can forgive my murder, but yours. How can I? Well, how shall I live? Well, what will living be like when... Would you like to live with your soul in the grave?
Mr. Heathcliff!
I must go, but I'll not stray by the arse from your window.
No, you must not go!
Only 1 hour.
No!
I must. Linton will be here in a moment.
It's the last time. Edgar will not harm us. Don't go, Heathcliff. Stay with me. I shall die.
Only for a little while. I'll be out there. Watching.
She's dead. I don't need you to tell me that.
A few minutes ago.
And she died like a saint? Give me the true history of the event.
Soon after midnight, a child was born. A little girl. Puny thing, barely alive. And she knew none of us. Her mind wandered. She slept. Then she died.
Did she mention me?
No one.
A liar to the end. I pray. One prayer. Catherine Earnshaw, may you not rest as long as I am living. Be with me always. Take any form. Drive me mad. But do not leave me in this abyss where I cannot find you. I cannot live without my life.
key.
He'll not set foot inside this house again. If he tries to, he's a dead man.
Isabella! Earnshaw, open the door, damn you!
After the way he knocks. As if he were master here already. Go upstairs, Mrs. Heathcliff. You need have no part in this.
No. You mustn't harm him. It's wrong.
You and I have a great debt to settle with him. If we're cowards now, he'll be your death and my ruin. Already he's killed my sister. It's time to make repayment.
Isabella!
Or as you as soft as your brother, eh? Will you endure meekly to the last?
Harriet, go upstairs.
Aye. Go upstairs with the boy.
Right upstairs.
I'll do you a kindness in spite of yourself. And I'll do Harrington justice.
Damn you, you repentant!
If I were you, I'd go and stretch myself over Kathy's grave and die there like a dog. The world surely can't be worth living in now. Or better still, break this door down, then death will be quicker and surer.
So you warned him. It'll make no difference. If I know him, it'll only serve to make him more reckless. Now he may enter. Black devil!
Joseph! Where are you? Damn you, come out!
No!
I'm not finished with him yet!
Leave him alone!
You conspired in this, I shall not forget it! Joseph! Your master's mad. If he lasts another month, I'll have him to an asylum. Don't stare at me, you toothless fool. Clean this mess up. And since I'm not going to nurse him, you must. Oh, what's this to do? I've never seen a sight like this.
Oh, Mom. Oh, my...
Go,
Oh.
now.
What?
The door.
Oh.
Go. Get away quickly, he means to kill you.
No, I can't leave him.
Then stay and die. Yes.
No. No.
Isabella! Run! You'll not escape! No Linton ever escapes me!
So this is Kathy's child. Is it an elf?
What are you doing here? If Mr. Linton should find out...
Then being the poor creature he is, he will pretend nothing of the sort and stay cowering in his room till I'm gone. She resembles Kathy.
What do you want here?
News of my wife. Where is she, Nellie?
Not here.
I know that much. Linton took great pains to spirit her out of my reach. I know she's far from here.
Know it then. You'll learn nothing more from me. It took you long enough to come here in search of her.
There's no urgency until now. 6 months free of Isabella's presence is not a hardship. What is she called?
Catherine.
Another Kathy. And my child?
What?
Mine and Isabella's. There is such a child.
Yes.
Born not a week ago. I was teasing you, Nellie. I know her hiding place. I took great pains to find out. Linton's other servants are not so loyal as you are. Now, don't fear. I wouldn't molest her. I'm too glad to be rid of the creature. But there is a child.
Mr. Heathcliff.
A boy, perhaps.
Yes.
His name?
He is called Linton.
Linton. So they want me to hate it too, do they?
I don't think they wish you to know anything about it.
I must return to Wuthering Heights. Hindley is drinking so much of late, he will fire the house if I'm gone too long.
About Isabella's child. I'll have it when I want it. They may reckon on that.
Don't be afraid, for the terror by night, or the elephant fire by day, or for the pestilence that walketh in darkness, or for the destruction that wasteth at noonday.
Quiet then. Where's the boy? Harrington, you fool. Where is he?
He's in the kitchen, master.
I weren't sure. You're a sight to ennoble the heart. Made by the devil and unmade by me. Well, sleep on. I'll look after your needs. I get no thanks and I never will. But I'll not let you starve. Or go thirsty. There. That's a pleasant sight for you when you wake. Help speed you on your way to the madhouse. Sot. Is he human? Are you human, Earnshaw? What are you? Well, answer me. What kind of degraded animal are you? Well, there's an end to it.
Is he dead, master?
The fool deserves to be buried at the crossroads for a suicide. If he'd used a pistol instead of this, I might have felt pity for him. Harrington! Come to me! Oh, Harrington, you're a bonny lad. And mind for henceforth, I'll look after you. And we'll see if one tree won't grow as crooked as another with the same wind to twist it. Hey?
Yes, Heathcliff.
Yes! Heathcliff!
The trick, Harrington, is to cover it up with grass, even though the rabbits are food. Oh. On the trigger, lad, on the jaws. Want to lose your hand? There. Watch.
Haha, pity about that rabbit.
You try. Get the twig out, lad.
Ellen, I have received a letter from my sister. She says she is ill. She believes she is dying.
Miss Isabella. Oh, sir.
Yes. Of course I must go to her. It is doubly unfortunate that this should happen with Catherine barely home from school. While I am absent, Catherine will be in your care.
Yes, sir.
You can tell Robert that I shall want the carriage made ready.
Yes, Mr. Edgar.
Carriage, Papa?
Yes, I have been summoned away. I cannot tell for how long.
But may I not go with you?
My darling Catherine, I wish that it were possible. But your Aunt Isabella is ill, and I must attend on her. If her fears prove well-founded, if she should die, her son, your cousin Linton, will return here with me. Now, if you were to accompany me, you would soon be bored and miserable.
Oh. Think I shall be bored and miserable here on my own?
Nonsense. Well, now I must go and make ready.
Perhaps I shall climb Penistone Crag.
What do you say?
One of the servants pointed it out to me. The rocks there stay bright and golden long after it's evening here. I think I should like to climb to the highest point.
I forbid it.
Why? It's not far. Just a mile beyond the house of our neighbour, Mr. Heathcliff.
What do you know of him?
Only his name. Oh. Why? Why do you forbid it?
The crag is steeper and more high than it seems. You will not go there.
Very well, Papa.
I require your promise.
Yes, Papa. I shall not go there.
Miss Catherine! 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 Miss Catherine! Catherine!
Oh, Mrs. Glassett, have you seen a sign that...
Oh, you best come in.
Miss Catherine!
Hello, Ellen.
I've been near driven distracted looking for you, not to mention me in salted skin. Where have you been?
To Penistone Crag.
Where?
I wanted to climb it, but I twisted my ankle and then the storm came.
Miss Catherine, you've done extremely wrong. To think how Mr. Linton charged me to keep you in and you were stealing off so. You shall learn of this.
Tell him then, I'm not a child.
Now come home this instant.
I can't. My ankle hurts. Besides, I like this house. I'm comfortable here.
If you knew whose house it was, you'd be glad enough to get out.
I do. It's Mr. Heathcliff's. Is he your father?
Eh?
Who then? Your master? Is Mr. Heathcliff his master? He talked about our house and our folks, so I took him for the owner's son. And you never called me miss. You should have done if you were a servant.
I'll see thee damned before I'll be thy servant.
You see me what?
Damned, you saucy witch!
Helen, how dare you speak so to me? Box his ears!
Softly, miss. Though Mr. Ayrton be not the master's son, he's no servant. Oh, you may as well know it. He's your cousin.
No.
He, my cousin.
Yes.
I'll not believe such a thing. Ellen, tell them. Papa has gone to London to fetch my cousin. My cousin's a gentleman's son.
Is Mr. Heathcliff's son coming here, then?
That, my cousin.
People can have many cousins of all sorts, Miss Cathy, without being the worse for it. Only they needn't keep their company if they be disagreeable and bad.
Rain stopped. Best take your young lady on to Grange. Mr. Heathcliff will be here soon.
There, you hear? Rouse yourself now, miss, and let's have no more furtness.
I can't walk.
Mr. Harrington, will you...
She may take when it comes. And next time she comes here, for all I care, she may crawl home.
That? My cousin?
Come on, let me luggage.
This is the Grange, Linton. And this will be your home from now on. Darling child, what a joy it is to see you again. Have you missed your papa?
Terribly. Is this Linton?
Linton, this is your cousin Catherine. Shake hands, my boy.
Hello, Linton.
How do you do? Now, Catherine, remember that your cousin is not so well or as strong as you are. So don't harass him with talking. Let him be quiet this evening at least, will you?
Yes, Papa.
Tea's laid in the drawing room, sir.
Take your cousin in, Catherine. There is no news, Ellen. I hope all is as I would wish it.
Yes, sir.
Good. The boy will do well, I think, very well, if we can keep him. Yes, the company of someone his own age will give him new spirit.
As you say, sir, if we can keep him.
Has something happened?
It's Joseph, sir.
Who?
Mr. Heathcliff's servant. He's been here since morning, waiting to see you. I've told him to go, but he sits in the kitchen and will not budge. Shall I tell him to come back tomorrow, sir?
No, fetch him here.
Sit there, Lincoln.
I can't sit on chairs.
No? Well then, sit here on the sofa by me. You will like staying with us. Tomorrow, if it's fine, we shall walk in Thrushcross Park.
I can't walk far. I'm not well enough.
Then what will you do here?
I shall stay indoors.
Well, what is your business? Speak out.
I've been sent, sir, by Master, Mr. Heathcliff, for young Master Linton.
I knew it.
So I mustn't go home without him.
Send him away, sir. Tell your master the boy stays here. He shall
No,
not...
Ellen. Heathcliff is in the right of it.
Sir...
He is the boy's father. It is the law. You may tell Heathcliff that his son will come to Wuthering Heights tomorrow.
Master said I mustn't go without the boy.
The boy is too tired to travel today. You may also tell Mr. Heathcliff that the boy's mother wanted him to remain here under my guardianship.
Yes, Master takes no account of mother nor of thee neither. He'll have his lad and I must take him or he'll come for him myself.
He'll not come in this house. Now go!
The master says...
Get out, I say!
One treat the master like this.
What will you tell the boy, sir?
The truth. What else?
God, what a beauty. What a lovely, charming thing. Nellie, what have they reared this on? Snails and sour milk? Or has Linton swapped on me and sent me his lass instead? Oh, damn my soul, but this is worse than I expected. Devil knows I hope a little. Do you know me?
No?
You have heard of me?
No.
No. What a shame of your mother never to awaken your filial regard for me. I'm your father, then, I'll tell you. And your mother was a wicked slut to keep you in ignorance of the sort of father you possess. Nellie, if you're tired, you may sit down. If not, get home again.
I hope you'll be kind to the boy, Mr. Heathcliff, else you'll not keep him long.
I shall, Ellen. And to make a start, Joseph, get the lad some breakfast, huh? Harrington, you infernal carp, be gone to your work. Sit, boy. Sit. Now, you may tell that cipher, Edgar Linton, I've engaged a tutor for the boy who'll want for nothing. I've got a room upstairs, furnished handsomely. I've ordered Harrington to obey him.
Why?
Why? Because that poor way-faced wretch is my son, that's why. What better reason? And because one day he will own Thrushcross Grange.
How can that be? It's Miss Catherine who will...
I cannot eat this.
Well, what ails it?
I shan't eat it. Take it away.
What's up?
The chap says he can't eat his porridge. His mother was just so. He was too mucky to soak corn for breaking her bread.
Don't mention his mother to me, and I'll have your respect for him. He's your master. Now get him something he can eat. Goodbye, Nellie.
Don't leave me. I must stay.
You shall
away.
stay! Now, best quietly, lad. You've come home.
Well, Harrington, we found a poacher.
Who are you? What do you want?
I own these lands, and you are a trespasser and a thief.
A thief? What have I stolen?
Those.
I was merely looking at them. Papa told me there were grouse eggs to be found up here, and I wanted to see them.
And who is Papa?
Mr. Linton of Thrushcross Grange. I thought you did not know me, or you wouldn't have spoken so rudely. Is he your son?
No. But I have one. You know him.
I do? And you must be Linton's father.
Aye.
And my uncle.
If you have any kisses to spare, save them for Linton. Will you come and see him?
But...
It's a short distance, come.
Linton, have you nothing to show your cousin, a rabbit or a weasel's nest? Take her into the garden of the stable.
Wouldn't you rather sit here?
The weather's so fine.
If this ninny won't bestir himself, go with Harrington. You'll show around the father.
Is he really my cousin?
Why? He's your mother's nephew. Do you think him handsome? Oh, well, Harrington. Oh, you be the favourite among us. That was something flattering. Be off with you. And Harrington, behave like a gentleman. Don't use any rude words. Don't stir when the lady is not looking at you, and remember to hide your face when she is. Say your words slowly, and keep your hands out of your pockets. Go on, then. I've tied his tongue. He'll not venture a single syllable. Joseph. Was I ever so stupid at his age, so gormless?
Yes, or worse than him. But you were sullen with it.
Aye. Harrington suffered just as I did. The same coarseness of ignorance. That's only the beginning. I've got him held faster than his scoundrel of a father ever held me. Joseph, don't you think Hindley would be proud of his son if he could see him now, eh? Almost as proud as I am of mine. But there's a difference. Hindley's son is gold put to the use of paving stones, and mine is tin polished to ape a service of silver. Linton!
Yes,
Go
Father.
after them, man. The man on fire can hear Cathy's voice. Go!
Yes, Father.
Not last long, that lad.
Long enough to marry and become the heir to Thrushcross Grange.
Well, what is it?
some damnable writing.
I know it's writing. It's in English. Why is it there?
It does not know his own letters. Could you believe in the existence of such a colossal dunce?
Perhaps he's just simple. I've questioned him twice now, and each time he looks so stupid, I think he does not understand.
Do you hear that, Earnshaw? My cousin fancies you are an idiot. You see what happens when you scorn book-lining, as you call it. You know this is a forming accent.
If I want more of a lass than a lad, I've found you this minute.
What have you been looking at, Ellen?
Just the milk factory, Mr. Edgar.
I thought you would come today. Oh, no, don't kiss me. It takes my breath.
How are you, Linton?
Oh, worse. Always a little worse. Go about your business. I won't be stared at. And shut the door. That detestable creature leaves all the doors open. And he won't bring coals to the fire, though he can see how I shiver.
I'll do it. Are you glad to see me, Linton?
Why didn't you come sooner? You know, it tires me dreadfully writing all those long letters. And I'd far rather talk to you.
Papa is ill with a feverish cold. How could I have left him to come here? It would have been unfeeling of me.
What signifies a cold when I'm near dying? Do you think Papa's off in business and Joseph and Sealer on holiday? My only company is that brute Harriton. Oh, I hate him. I hate them all. They're all odious beings. When you did not come Sunday or yesterday, Papa said it was owing to me. He called me a pitiful, worthless, shoveling thing and said you despised me. Do you, Kathy?
No. Why, next to Papa and Ellen, I love you better than anyone. I wish you could be my brother, and you could live with me.
Papa says you would love me more than your father and all the world if you were my wife.
Oh, no, Linton. I could love no one better than Papa.
Even though he's a sneaking fool?
Linton!
My papa says so.
Then he's wicked.
And I tell you something, your mother thought so too. She hated your father.
Oh!
And she loved mine.
You liar! I hate you now!
She did, she did.
She did not!
She did.
She did not!
She
did not! She did not! Stop it! Do you hear? Stop it! I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hurt you. Do you feel better?
I wish that you may feel the way as I do. Go away.
Oh, no, Linton. Don't make me go home feeling that I've done you harm. Must I go? Do you want me to go, Linton?
Let me alone at least. I can't bear your talking.
What do you want?
I can read the words now. It says... Don Earnshaw. It's the same name as mine.
And the figures. What do they say?
I cannot tell them yet.
Oh, you dunce!
You think to see me like a dog, eh? I'm not displaced, you are! You're knocking me out of here! He comes again! You talk to her in there! In there, dear, in there! How'd you know for coaching? See, I like it.
Let me out of here! Do you hear me? If you don't let me out of here, I'll kill you!
And that's the father in him. There's always something to the side it is.
I'll kill you, you devil! I'll kill you!
And trying to be fair down until Laddie can't get that
These letters were found hidden in your bedroom.
By Ellen.
Ellen loves you more than you fancy. They are from your cousin, Linton.
Answer your father, Catherine.
Some of them I would construe as love letters, but certain of the sentiments expressed strike me as coming from an older and more experienced source than your cousin.
Linton wrote them. I've said so. Who else?
And you have replied in similar vein? Well, Kathy?
I've replied to him.
And visited him in the meantime?
Yes.
How many times have you been in that house?
I can't remember. Truly, Papa.
So frequently that you cannot remember.
I went to see Linton. He's ill. He has no friend.
It seems to me that you have become more than a friend. A furtive correspondence. Secret meetings.
I was afraid to tell you. I knew you disliked Mr. Heathcliff.
Is that what he told you? Is it?
He said that you would never forgive him for marrying Aunt Isabella.
Do you believe that? Do you think that I care more for my own feelings than for yours, Catherine? No, it is Heathcliff who hates me. But for him, your mother would be living yet. He destroyed her because she put herself out of his reach. He destroyed your Aunt Isabella because she was my sister. And if you let him, he will destroy you.
You may believe your father, Miss Catherine. Your name is Linton. That's reason enough for Heathcliff to hate you.
You will burn these letters.
No.
Burn!
Papa, what is it?
Burn the letters, Miss Catherine. It'll please your father.
Yes. No, Papa, I'm burning them. Everyone, I'm burning them.
Are you deaf? Off with you, I say.
So go till I seen her.
What is it, Ellen?
Nothing to concern you,
I've got a
Miss
letter for you,
Catherine.
Miss Cathy.
A letter?
It'll not be read.
From my cousin?
No, it's from Master.
From Mr. Heathcliff.
Aye.
Miss Catherine, you promised your
But I
father
will
that you
receive no more letters from Linton, but this is from Mr. Heathcliff.
Master said I must wait for an
Be
answer.
quiet.
He says that Linton has died.
Oh.
And that he asked to see him. Ellen, I must go to him.
You shall not, Miss Catherine.
Mr. Heathcliff promises that he'll stay away from Wuthering Heights all day, so what harm can there be? And he says that you may go with me.
Miss Cathy, do you know how ill your father is?
Yes.
And you would leave him?
Only for an hour. Ellen, if Linton is dying...
Is your master at home?
No, he's gone to Gimmerton.
Tell Master Linton that Miss Catherine will visit him this afternoon. God help me, I know it's wrong. It's worse. Worse than wrong.
The door is open.
Linton. Poor Linton, how ill you look.
I thought you would not come.
But I said words.
I was afraid you would change your mind. They say your father's ill.
Yes. Miss Catherine cannot stay for more than a few minutes.
Longer than that.
Linton, I can't. I promised Father that I would never come here again, but your father said in his letter that you wanted to see me.
My father?
You'll get better, I'm sure of it. Don't cry, Linton.
I'm such a coward and I dare not tell you.
Tell me?
You must stay here. Don't leave me or I shall be killed. You said you love me, so perhaps you consent then and let me die with you.
Consent? Consent to what?
Sailing the boy.
Linton! Mr. Heathcliff!
This is wickedness. You gave this child your word.
I returned early.
It was a trick. Miss Cathy, you will not stay in this man's company.
My house is not stricken with the plague, Nellie. And since you've come, I have a mind to be hospitable. You shall have some tea before you leave. We are by ourselves. Harrison has gone off with some cattle to the Lees, and Joseph and Zilla on a journey of pleasure. I offer you what I have. The present is hardly worth accepting, but it is all that I can offer.
Mr. Heathcliff, we will go.
Stand off, child.
I'm not afraid of you. We will leave here.
Will you?
Yes.
You villain! Oh!
You see, I know how to chastise children. Is it comfort you want? Oh, Linton will give you comfort. Go to him! Dare? If what I hear is right, in a few days' time I shall be all the father you have. Then I'll have right enough. And you're not weak. You can bear plenty, and you shall have a daily taste if I see such a temper in your face again. Now drink the tea.
No, it's not poison, though I made it.
Master Linton, you know what your father is after, and you shall tell us.
I think he's mad. He said he'd be all the father that I have.
Out with it. Or sick as you are, I'll...
Ellen, he's loosed our ponies.
You shall tell us.
I don't like you standing over me. Oh, Father wants us to marry. What? He's afraid of me dying if we wait. We're to be married in the morning, and you're to stay here all night. If you do as he wishes, then you shall return home.
Married? To you? Do you think there's anybody, let alone Miss Catherine, would take you for a husband? You want whipping for bringing us here with your puling tricks.
Ellen, I must go. I must get off.
Catherine? Catherine, do as he asks. Then I can get away from him. I can come to Thrushcross and live with you. Catherine, save me.
Doors are locked. So are the casements, and the ponies are trotted off. Nobody knows you're here. Why should they? Why would you be in a house where you swore never to set...
They'll come looking for us.
Ah, but will they find you? Oh, poor Linton. You're pining for nothing else but true love, are you? Nothing else in the world.
Mr. Heathcliff, you must let me go home. My father is ill. He will die of worry.
And I shall not sleep for satisfaction. You could have hit on no shorter way of fixing your residence under my roof for 24 hours than by pleading to me in that weakling's name.
Please, let me go. I'll do anything.
Will you marry Linton?
Yes! Miss Cathy, he cannot force you. I promise. Only let me go home.
Perhaps tomorrow.
Send Ellen then to let Papa know that I'm safe.
How ill is he?
My master is dying.
I wonder what he will think. That you have grown tired of waiting on him and have run off for a little amusement.
Uncle, I promise I will marry Linton within this hour. If only I may go home to my father. If he thought that I'd left him on purpose, if he died before I returned, how could I bear to live? Linton, take my part. Ask him to let me go home.
Oh, you get no mercy from Linton. He knows how to play the little tyrant. He'll torture any number of cats if their claws be drawn and the teeth bared, eh, Linton?
Mr. Heathcliff, I beg you. You're a cruel man, but you can't be so cruel as to destroy all my happiness. I'll not take my eyes from your face till you look back at me. Have you never loved anyone, ever?
Get your springs off me! I'd rather be hugged by a snake.
I promise I will marry him. What more do you want?
To know that Edgar Linton suffers. I seek company.
Mr. Heathcliff!
Yeah. Getting Gibberton, you were dead. You and young Missy, sunk deep in Black Horse Marsh.
Is that the story that Heathcliff's put around?
Yeah, it's just what they say in the village. Horses are found near Marsh.
But you knew to the contrary. All of you. For myself, I don't care, but what manner of people are you to keep Miss Cathy a prisoner for 3 days and nights with her poor father so near death? Where is she? Where's my mistress?
She's safe. And Heathcliff says you man go now.
If by safe you mean she's still here, I'll not leave without her. I asked you, where is she?
I'm not master in this house. You man ask elsewhere.
Where's Miss Catherine?
If you try to harm me, I'll call out for my father.
She gone from here?
No. No, she's upstairs. And she's not to go. We won't let her. She's locked in.
Give me the key.
Papa has it. And he says I'm not to be soft with Catherine. She's my wife now, and it's shameful she should want to leave me.
Your wife?
So she's not your Miss Catherine any longer. Papa made us swear to it on a prayer book in front of all the servants.
Then you and he are greater fools than I took you for. Do you not know that there's a law in the land and that what you've done is a crime?
She's married to me and she'll not go back in it. Although she'd like to. Papa says she hates me and wants me to die so that she can have my money. But she shan't have it. And she shall never go home. Though she can cry and be sick as much as she pleases, but she will stay here.
Even though our poor father is ill.
The doctor came here. Says my uncle is truly dying at last.
Then all the more reason why you should...
Still here, Nellie? You'll be halfway to the Grange by now. From what I hear, they'll soon have need of you.
I'll not stir from this house without my mistress.
You may leave with a clear conscience. She's no longer your charge.
Put her up, Papa.
If need be.
Then do so. But lay hands on me and I'll have a dozen men here within the hour. You may keep Miss Cathy a prisoner here, locked up for another hour, but you'll pay dearly for every minute of it.
Papa, you promised she should stay.
Oh, she'll come back to us soon enough. You cry out, I dare say she'll answer.
You said if Catherine and I were wed, she should stay here for always.
So she will now. Hold your tongue.
Well, she'd leave me just like my mother did.
Tonight you'll be master of Thrushcross Grange. If she wants to run away, she must learn how to live on her.
Miss Cathy? Miss Cathy? Ellie? I'm here, Miss Cathy. Where are you? Here. In here. Oh, we're going home. Have they harmed you?
No, it's my father.
There's still time, but we must hurry. Come. It's all right. Hush. Hush.
Catherine, you will not go. I forbid you.
Who's that?
You know me.
Aye, that Mr. Aycliffe from Fights.
Go on with your work. Pay me no heed. So he's to lie there, next to her. What's that? What is it?
It's Tother Coffin, sir. Hers and Mrs. Linton.
Can you open it?
Eh? Open the coffin?
I'll pay you for it. Here.
You'd have us disturbed, Dad?
Nothing will be disturbed. I want to look on her face.
After all these years?
No concern of yours. Do it.
It is her face still. Yet... And yet... she is not here. She's on the earth.
Excuse me, miss. It's Man Heathcliff. He's coming.
Thank you, Robert. Leave us. Not wasted much time.
Oh, more time than you know. 18 years since I last set foot in this house. I was not told of this. Good likeness, eh, Nellie? But leaves out the soul. Misses the fire in the eyes.
What do you want here?
What should I want to converse with servants? Nellie forgets this is my son's house and I've come for his wife.
Now?
And I hope you'll be a dutiful daughter and not encourage Linton to disobedience. Well, come, make ready. We've all the time in the world, but Linton is not so fortunate. He has the health of a cobweb. A mere pinch of air could blow him away.
And would you care?
Not now. I'll have that. She's brought to Wuthering Heights.
I thought that Linton and I might live here.
Did you?
Since you detest us both, you'd hardly miss us.
I intend to seek a tenant for this house. Besides, I want my children around me. And don't think you live in idleness when Linton's gone. Better change your dress, Nellie.
Miss Catherine.
Do as you bid.
Do it, Ellen. I'll tell Robert to saddle your pony.
And she'll have no need of ponies at Wuthering Heights. For what journey she makes, her own feet will serve her. Oh, and Ellen, there's a place for you here as housekeeper. But you'll not come visiting, do you understand? When and if I wish to speak to you, I will come here. Well, I thought you would protest more.
I'll not go back on my promise. Besides, Linton needs me.
Oh, Linton asks for you every day, but don't confuse that with affection, eh?
I know he has a bad nature. He's your son. But you say that I'm his wife now. And at least he's someone that I might love.
You could love that insect.
I shall try for his sake. And I shall try all the more because if I succeed, it will be a knife in your heart. You want us to hate each other because you have no one. No one to love you, no one to cry when you die.
You think I need your tears?
You'll not make me hate Linton.
You know, I sleep in her room. When I walk on the moors, I expect to meet her. And when I come back to Wuthering Heights, I hurry in case she is there. I only have to close my eyes and she is outside the window. Or in the room. You know, I open and close my eyes 100 times a night. But she's too quick. She kills me. Not by inches, but by fractions, hers breadths. Last night, when I saw her, I thought I might lay her ghost. No. Oh, I know. She is above the earth.
Mr. Heathcliff, your son is ill.
That direction. She's been here a few hours and already she knows Linton's ill. She's a lass of rare perception.
I think he is more than ill. Will you send for a doctor?
I will not.
But...
I don't give a farthing for him. His life's not worth it.
But if no one...
No one here cares what becomes of him. If you do, act the nurse. If you do not, lock him up and leave him. There. Well, go on, then.
Linda, try and drink something. Linda. I don't know what to do.
Now, what's this? What is it, more tantrum, eh?
Now, how do you feel, Catherine? Aye, it's over. But I asked you, how do you feel?
Safe. And I'm free.
Are you?
As oft he rises midst the twill
Twilight, you dunce thief! How dare you steal my books? Give it to me! Where are the others? You took more than one. Where are they?
He's been schooling himself, haven't you?
You steal for the love of stealing, like a magpie takes silver spoons.
I meant to put...
Liar! Give them to me.
Can I?
How dare you touch me?
Well, if I can't have books, well...
Are you stupid as well as a thief and a liar? What are you saying?
Will you read to me sometimes?
Is this supposed to be a show of friendliness?
No.
Because if it is, it comes too late. When I was a prisoner in this house, I would have given my life for a good word, even to see one of your faces. But you all kept off. And now I despise you all. And you more than the others.
I can go to hell! I take your books! I don't want to see him! I hate him again!
Yes?
Ah, is this Mr. Heathcliff's house?
It is.
Well, then perhaps he's at home. Oh, thank you. Well? Oh, Mr. Heathcliff. I'm Mr. Lockwood, your new tenant of Thrushcross Grange. I do myself the honor of calling upon you as soon as possible after my arrival.
Not the weather to come calling.
No. No, I had thought that the snow would stop soon. Instead, it seems to get heavier. Yes, I fear I shall be weatherbound for half an hour. That is, if you can afford me shelter.
Half an hour. In half an hour, every track and road will be covered.
Oh. Well, then perhaps I could get a guide amongst your lads.
No, you cannot.
Oh. Well, then I must trust to my own sense of direction, what?
And tell Josie to drive those dozen sheep into the barn porch and put a plank before it, right?
Here, allow me.
I can get it for myself.
I beg your pardon.
Were you asked to tea?
Oh, thank you. I should be glad of a cup.
I said, were you asked?
No, I came here uninvited. But I'm sure you are the proper person to ask me.
Is he to have any?
Just get it ready, will you? Since you're here, sir, take a seat.
Most kind.
Harrison!
Good afternoon.
Tell Joseph. Did you tell Joseph?
Aye.
Well, how strange it is. Many could not imagine the existence of happiness in a life of such complete exile from the world, and yet, Mr. Heathcliff, here you are with your amiable lady as the presiding genius over your home and heart.
My amiable what?
Mrs. Heathcliff, your wife, I mean.
This lady is my daughter-in-law.
Oh, forgive me. Then, sir, you are the favored possessor of the beneficent fairy.
Eh? Unhappily for your conjectures, sir, we neither of us own your good fairy. Her mate is dead.
Oh, I beg your pardon. And so this young man is...
Not my son.
Ah. This is most refreshing. You know, I really do not think it possible for me to get home tonight without a guide. So, how must I do?
I've said there is no one to guide you.
Then it would seem to follow that I'm condemned to stay.
And I do not keep accommodation for visitors. If you stay, you must share a bed with Joseph at Arrington.
Well, I could go with him as far as Bath.
You go with him to hell. Who's to look after the horses, eh?
A man's life is of more consequence than horses. Someone must go.
If you said storing him, you best be quiet. You can have my bed. I'll share with Joseph.
I feel most wretched imposing on you in this manner.
Perhaps it will be wise of you to make no more rash journeys, eh?
Thank you.
How little did I dream that Hindley would ever make me cry so. Poor Heathcliff. Hindley calls him a vagabond and won't let him sit with us or eat with us anymore. And he says he and I must not play together and threatens to turn him out of the house if we break his orders.
Let me go.
lost my way on your moors. Let me in.
No, let me go.
Let me in.
No. Oh, for God's sake, get away.
Let me in.
What the devil's going on?
I see nothing, so. Lost your tongue, sir. What ails you?
She was there.
Who?
Oh, Spirit. She held my wrist like a demon. Well, when I tried to close that casement, her wrist was caught and... Oh, there was blood.
Confound you, sir. I've been awakened for a nightmare.
Oh, no, it was real. She cried to be let in. Oh, God. Oh, I'd rather face the snowdrifts than spend an hour in this house, Mr. Heathcliff. She was there. She said her name was Catherine Linton.
Lie.
On my honor, sir.
Said her name was...
Linton, Catherine Linton. Oh, God, if she'd gone through that window, I'd be a dead man. Mr. Heathcliff, I'll not stay in this house.
No, you may take my room. No, go, you're not Christ, and speak to the devil for me. You say you can and will not stay here. Go.
Hear me this time. Where are you? Kathy?
Harrington? I found out, Harrington, that I should like you to be my cousin now. Harrington, do you hear?
Brave off.
Give me that pipe.
What?
I can't talk to you with clouds of smoke floating in my face. I said I want to talk to you.
And I said I'll have no to do in your damn mocking ways.
Harrington, listen.
Listen? Nay, I'm done listening. I'm done with being called dunce and stupid, so leave me be, as I'll tell Heathcliff that's plagued me out the kitchen.
I didn't mean to call you stupid. It was wrong of me, and I'm sorry. No, Harrington, you shall listen to me. You're my cousin, and we should be friends.
Friends? With somebody who hates me? Nay. If it made me a king, I'd not be scorned for seeking thy goodwill anymore.
It's you who hates me. You hate me as much as Mr. Heathcliff does and more.
Then why have I made him angry 100 times more by taking your part? And that when you sneered at and despised me?
You took my part. When?
Never mind. Just leave me be.
Know what to do, lad?
Love?
It will be odd if I thwart myself. When I look for his father's face in him, I see her. Every day more.
about that business. The others earn their bread, you live on my charity. Don't you think you owe me something for having the plague of you eternally in my sight? Fine work.
Harrington, our new neighbour gone?
Aye. As soon as it were light, I took him within sight at Grange.
Good riddance. I've taken a fancy to the room he slept in.
My room? Yours? What's yours? All the rooms in this house are mine, and I'll sleep in there from now on. You can take my room or go where you please. Do you understand?
Aye.
Helen?
Mr. Heathcliff. Mr. Lockwood isn't at home. He's gone to London.
Oh, it's you I want to talk to. Will you come back to Wuthering Heights?
Do you mean to...
Aye, to take Zilla's place. To work there.
She's gone.
I know it's a come down, Nellie, but knowing how fond you are of my daughter-in-law, I thought you might make the sacrifice.
But Mr. Lockwood...
I will find him a treasure of equal value. Zilla, perhaps? Serve him right. Will you do it?
Gladly, Mr. Heathcliff. But has something happened?
Aye.
You seem changed.
Aye. There's a change. Don't know what it is, though. Shan't know until it happens, but I'm in its shadow. What was terror and death to your Mr. Lockwood is to me hope and a new beginning. When the year turns, perhaps, then it will happen.
Go on, arrest her. Come on. Time whereof
Go on.
the memory of man runneth to the contrary.
Yes, now the next. Mrs. Heathcliff, Saracen, you're pleased to come to table. Mr. Heathcliff. You'll oblige me, Mr. Heathcliff, by eating your breakfast. You had no supper last evening and precious little dinner before that. Walking about the moors in all weathers, getting little sleep and less food. You'll catch a cold or a fever. I should say you've something the matter with you now.
Nothing that I cannot bear, with pleasure, provided you leave me alone and do not annoy me. Or does something amuse you? And I thought I'd cured you of laughing.
Even me.
What do you say?
Shh. Eat.
And every wage and I'll go. She's took me gardens from me and I'll not stand it. I'd rather earn me bread on roads with hammer.
The fool drunk.
Sir, she's witched him with her forward ways. Made him riven up all Rome with grandest currant trees. And I'll not stand it.
What does he say?
Well, I've pulled up 2 or 3 currant bushes. I'll set him elsewhere.
Why did you pull them up?
We wanted to plant some flowers there. It's my fault I asked him to do it.
And who gave you leave to touch a stick about this place? Who ordered you to obey her?
You shouldn't begrudge me a few yards of earth when you've taken all my land.
Land, you insolent slut, you never had any.
And my money.
Get out of here.
And Harriton's land and his money. He thinks you're something fine, but I'll tell him about you, how you robbed him.
Harriton, get her out of here. Fling her into kitchen, and I'll kill her if you bring her into my sight again.
I'll not go.
Got to go out. There's no sense in it.
You staying to talk. I told you to throw her out.
He'll not obey you anymore, and he'll soon detest you as much as I do.
Kathy, I'll not have you talk so to him. I've done.
Well, if you won't throw her out, lad, I will.
No.
Now.
Let go!
Harriton. What am I to do with you? Go on, get out.
Come back.
Both of you. Hey, Nellie. It's a poor conclusion, eh? I dedicate myself to the destruction of 2 houses. And now, when it matters most to act, I lack the will. To destroy them means nothing to me. Nothing.
Mr. Heathcliff? Mr. Heathcliff, have the kindness to let me in. I'll not leave here until this door is opened. Mr. Heathcliff! You put me to the trouble of searching the moors for me. Look at you. You've not even bothered to put on dry clothes. The room's as cold as a kirkyard. I grew up nursing you, and it seems I'll die in the same manner. There's your supper. You'll eat it before I leave you.
Not hungry. What o'clock is it?
Near to midnight. And tomorrow I mean to send for Dr. Kenneth. Perhaps he'll know what ails you.
You not?
It's her.
Aye. She will not come to me.
I must go to the meeting play. Home. God, she's relentless. I almost have to remind my heart to beat. Remind myself to breathe. You think it is my fault I cannot eat, nor rest. She devours my existence. You and the rest of them have made myself worse than the devil. But she is the only one who will not shrink from my company. But she must have her prize. Same prize I took from her. You go now, Ellen. You will neither see nor hear anything to frighten you if you keep from trying.
What's the matter, child? Why are you crying? Are you lost? Then what ails thee?
It's Mr. Heathcliff.
Who?
Him and a woman, they're yonder, under the crag. And they daren't press them.